Good evening and welcome to Northbeat. I'm Alyssa Mosier. A major class action settlement has been approved by the Yukon Supreme Court. The class represents former students of Jack Hulland Elementary School who were placed in restraints or seclusion rooms when it wasn't necessary. Gabrielle Plonka reports.
Chief Justice Suzanne Duncan approved the settlement agreement today, despite an objection from a former Jack Hulland parent. CBC is not naming them to protect the identity of their children. They said their child was repeatedly placed in holds and isolation, affecting them long term. The parent said they want greater accountability from the government, proof this won't happen again, and acknowledgement that Indigenous kids were disproportionately affected. A lawyer representing the class said other families have brought similar concerns about accountability. They want school staff held accountable, but the lawyer said this is not a criminal proceeding, it's a civil litigation set up to financially compensate for harm, and there's limits to what it can achieve. Justice Suzanne Duncan said the objections are valid, but not enough to prevent court approval of the settlement. Once everything is finalized, former students can start requesting compensation. The minimum payout will be $10,000 per eligible student. Gabrielle Plonka, CBC News, Whitehorse.
The Northwest Territories Chief Public Health Officer is warning people about a highly toxic mixture of drugs that's new to the territory. A laboratory investigation done on a cocaine sample from Hay River tested positive for both carfentanil and remifentanil. A public health advisory issued today says carfentanil is about 10,000 times more potent than morphine and 100 times stronger than fentanyl. Remifentanil is used as an anesthetic during surgeries. When combined with cocaine, the risk of a sudden overdose increases dramatically. In 2024, there were 7 opioid-related deaths in the Northwest Territories. Yukon's only supervised consumption site is once again open on weekends. Blood Ties is the organization that runs it in downtown Whitehorse. The NGO paused weekend service in May after losing a third of its staff. At the time, Blood Ties said it couldn't offer competitive wages due to funding shortfalls. Now, a new funding partnership with the Council of Yukon First Nations has allowed the organization to restore 7-day coverage for now. The CBC's Callie McTavish has more.
Blood Ties executive director says reopening the supervised consumption site on weekends in time for winter was critical.
A lot of other services are closed on weekends, and especially with winter coming, it's here, well, winter being here, it's such an important place to provide people with safety and security.
She says consistent 7-day service helps people build daily habits around using the site.
And we did see when we extended from a 5-day service to 7-day service, 3-fold increase in access to the supervised consumption site. And we have seen a decrease in access to the site since weekends were closed.
Community members in the neighborhood that CBC spoke to were largely positive about weekend service coming back. The Council of Yukon First Nations says providing the funding is part of a broader action plan to address the toxic drug crisis.
We know that there's decisive action that needs to be taken in order to save lives, because every life matters and this urgency is real. This toxic drug crisis is not going away, and those that are affected the most are affected by these types of closures. And every little bit, every action that we do to support and to address this toxic drug crisis is needed.
CYFN's stopgap funding runs out at the end of March 2026. Blood Ties says that will hopefully allow time for the new government to come online.
Our hope is that that will give the new government time to get briefed and into their roles, and hopefully we can have a conversation about the program and the future.
Both Blood Ties and CYFN say they'll continue pushing for stable, multi-year funding so they can keep the program open 7 days a week for many years to come. For CBC News, I'm Callie McTavish.
And thanks very much to the CBC's Callie McTavish for that report. Well, Canada's opioid crisis has killed tens of thousands of people, but advocates claim there were untapped solutions. Stephen D'Souza, co-host of The Fifth Estate, reveals how Health Canada ignored advice from its own experts, which some say could have saved lives.
For TJ Felix, every day brings the risk of death. A chronic drug user, they started using a dangerous mix of fentanyl and methamphetamine 2 years ago, after losing access to a safe alternative to the toxic street supply.
I was overdosing like upwards of twice a day.
Felix was a member of DOLF, the Drug User Liberation Front. The Vancouver Compassion Club was co-founded by Jeremy Callicum in response to the rising number of opioid overdose deaths. In 2022, Health Canada denied their application for an exemption to federal drug law, so DOLF bought illicit drugs on the dark web, tested, and then sold uncontaminated heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamine to a select group of users.
People really just had no resources or way to keep themselves safe.
But in 2023, Callicum was arrested and charged with drug trafficking. Now a Fifth Estate investigation has found the same year DOLF was shut down, Health Canada ignored recommendations from its own experts to expand access to more prescription opioids and stimulants, and for the government to consider legal and regulated compassion clubs and retail stores.
Disappointing, compromised, and just maintaining the status quo of which was thousands of people dying.
Last week, a BC court found DOLF's founders guilty of drug trafficking. They're now fighting back, arguing drug users have a charter right to a safe supply.
We think there's a real constitutional issue here that needs to be addressed if we're ever going to get to the point where we don't have thousands of people dying every year from preventable deaths.
I can't stand the thought of my friends going to jail for this, for saving lives. I'd be dead 10 times over if it wasn't for them.
The head of Canada's spy agency says espionage teams from China and Russia are targeting Canada's Arctic. The announcement comes amid increased interest in Canada asserting its sovereignty in the Arctic. The director of the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, or CSIS, says both governments and the private sector are being watched.
Non-Arctic states, including the People's Republic of China, seek to gain a strategic and economic foothold in the region. Russia, an Arctic state with a significant military presence in the region, remains unpredictable and aggressive. Both of these countries, and others, have a significant intelligence interest in our Arctic, and those who influence or develop its economic or strategic potential.
CSIS says it's speaking with partners across the North about what it has seen and to learn from their insights. RCMP have charged one person with gun-related offenses over an Instagram video made in the Northwest Territories. The video depicted a group of people showing off and firing various guns. A 27-year-old has been charged with possession of an unauthorized firearm and ammunition without a license, and possession of a firearm at an unauthorized location. The Instagram video was posted at the end of May, and police began the investigation in August. RCMP say the individuals who were part of making the videos have cooperated in the investigation. The accused is set to appear in court in January. Well, it's an exciting time for energy developments in the north. As we told you yesterday, Iqaluit's Iqaluit hydro project is one of the nation-building projects being fast-tracked by the federal government. Inuit leaders and organizations are applauding this, quote, transformative move. Bianca McEwen has more.
Dressed in a hard hat and safety vest, Minister of Crown Indigenous Relations Rebecca Alty announced Nunavut has made the nation-building projects list.
This is an important milestone for sustainability, for our economy, and for Arctic sovereignty, and a major step forward for reconciliation and Inuit economic leadership.
The project in question, Iqaluit's Iqaluit hydro project, it will be located 60 kilometers northwest of the city, and once built, will generate 15 to 30 megawatts of power, enough to cover all of Iqaluit's electricity needs. Nunavut Premier PJ Iqaluit says this is a transformative project that shows Nunavut priorities are national priorities.
These investments are essential to the strength, to the security, and the sustainability of our country. Hydroelectric power will replace costly and polluting diesel generation with clean, with renewable energy.
It's also an investment in clean energy, something the territory needs. Nunavut Nuu-Kii-Sautit Corporation, or NNC, is the Inuit-owned company in charge of the project. Heather Shelton is its director.
Iqaluit right now burns about 17 million liters of diesel every year for electricity generation. This project would allow us to completely replace the diesel power plant for prime power of electricity.
The project is estimated to cost $500 million. NNC says this year alone, the feds have given $26 million. No new funding was announced yesterday. But NNC CEO Harry Flaherty hopes being on the major projects list will open doors to investments.
When you have a backing of the federal government on this particular project, I think it really speed up the process of getting our private investors and the banks to help us out on this very important project.
Flaherty says the announcement speeds up the project's timeline. Construction is expected to begin in 2028, 4 years ahead of schedule, with the dam possibly operational by 2030. Bianca McEwen, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Paulatuk is a small Arctic community with a big goal. The Northwest Territories hamlet has committed to becoming carbon neutral. It hopes to someday power down generators that burn about 400,000 liters of diesel fuel every year for electricity. The Paulatuk Energy Working Group set the ambitious target, and it says the plan is not just about introducing cleaner forms of energy. The CBC's Leni Lambring explains.
Paulatuk calls itself the south wind capital of the Arctic because of its strong southerly winds. Environment Canada clocked gusts of up to 80 kilometers per hour here during a recent wind warning, and even now it's a bit windy. A fitting place then to harness the power of that wind and solar with a renewable energy project. But a critical component of the community's goal to become net zero is also about making sure that clean energy doesn't go to waste.
The winds are what's going to make the turbines work, but the wind is also what makes our homes cold. Through the winter months, when it's windy, then yes, a lot of us have to put a blanket up on the doorway just so the wind. You know, we're trying to keep our units as warm as we can with whatever we've got.
The Wolke's house is a good example of this. Stacy and Courtney have been raising their family in this housing NWT unit for 9 years. The home has its challenges. Keeping it warm during the winter is one of them.
I'll show you the door. Yeah. You could see the silicone that they used for the last year, maybe 2. In the wintertime, there's so much cold air. The wind, it's going right through the door. And it's every single winter we have to winterize it, like block it off. Before they put the silicone, you could actually, when you look through the seams, you could see the outside and you could see there's so much space. Yeah. And the cold air coming in.
Lillian Green, who you met earlier, talked about these challenges at an energy systems course in Paulatuk recently. The Paulatuk Energy Working Group says it is something they're working on.
Glad Lily brought it up. The idea of feeding natural energy to a wasteful, inefficient home, no good. We want to help our local people have better homes, more efficient homes. We're not going to feed and waste energy on something that's inefficient.
The Paulatuk Energy Working Group released its community energy plan at the start of the month. The plan acknowledges homes in the community are old and dealing with drafts, moisture, mold, overcrowding. The group is working on some things to help.
I'm super happy to announce that the dates are not kind of set it in place yet, but we're looking at running a housing and energy efficiency course in probably the first or second week of April, and that will be focusing in on occupancy awareness, small preventative maintenance, and sort of ways that you could kind of winterize your houses a little bit better.
When I heard that, I was thinking, oh great, you know, if people were given the tools, the material, and being taught, you know, anything that can help them with lowering the cost of their power bill any month, and you know, I'm all for that. I'm excited for that.
Nakamiak says the National Research Council will help the hamlet track current home heating and electricity use this spring. In the meantime, geotechnical testing continues on the chosen site for a wind turbine, a turbine that could be installed by 2028. Minnie Lambrink, CBC News, Paulatuk.
Researchers at Yukon University say melting permafrost is turning some creeks in the Peel watershed orange, and that's killing the fish and vegetation in them. Here are pictures of Engineer Creek and East Blackstone River in the Peel watershed in central Yukon. That orange color is caused by excess sulfide minerals releasing into the groundwater, and that is caused by melting permafrost. Researchers say it's another reason why the warming planet needs to be taken seriously by everyone.
We still need to talk about reducing carbon emissions, and for those creeks that are affected by this process, hopefully it would be reversible. Hopefully there wouldn't be too much minerals to dissolve, and then maybe we would have reached the maximum of this process already, which would be fairly good news. But frankly, with the warming climate that we have now, it's not looking that great.
Turcotte says it's been a process that's recently been documented in Alaska, affecting wildlife in the same way. And CBC reported on an orange hue in the Mackenzie Delta waterways in 2020. The territorial government says the color comes and goes in mid-July and mid-August, and it's caused by iron bacteria and isn't harmful. Dozens of protesters are making their presence felt at the COP30 climate summit in Brazil. Our CBC News team on the ground there captured local Indigenous people blockading the main entrance. They're demanding an end to development projects in the Amazon, like mining and logging. CBC international climate correspondent Susan Ormiston brings us the details.
A face-off this morning just outside the COP venue in Belaine. A long line of Indigenous people blocked the main road to the entrance to the venue. They were there since 5 a.m. this morning, standing ground, trying to get the delegates inside to listen to their concerns. They want more protection for Indigenous land in Brazil, also worried about any potential future oil drilling near the mouth of the Amazon River. They say they want more voice inside the big meetings called the plenaries here. A large other group of people was down the road here, civil society supporting the Indigenous people, and they forced the president of COP30 to come out of the building to speak with them. He spoke for a long time, and then, in quite a dramatic scene, he was escorted by the Indigenous people down this road, outside, and over to a more secure area where they are having a dialogue.
There are more than 500 Indigenous Brazilians in the delegation. So it's just that it's a group that we have to see how we integrate them better to the delegation.
Indigenous claims were always going to be part of COP30. It's partly why the Brazilian president brought these climate negotiations here. A larger march is planned for Belém tomorrow. Meanwhile, this is wrapping up the end of a first week here at COP30, where negotiators are digging into the very thorny issues of climate finance and how to find a path towards transitioning away from oil and gas, which is the promise they made 2 years ago in Dubai, but haven't yet found a plan to take that on. The conference will continue on into the weekend and then resume next week. Susan Ormiston, CBC News, Belém, Brazil.
Inuit in Nunavut's Qikiqtani region are celebrating. A major conservation agreement years in the making is now being implemented. TJ Deer has more.
Marked with Iqaluit lighting and performances, last night, alongside Inuit and federal ministers, the Qikiqtani Inuit Association announced the implementation of the Sina Marine Conservation Agreement. Funded with $200 million in federal money and $70 million from philanthropic partners, Sina would enhance conservation of land and water ecosystems in Nunavut's Qikiqtani region. James Ahiak is the treasurer of the Ayuhuk Conservation Trust Fund, an independent trust managing the agreement's money.
This makes me think of my late mother, your late mother, your late father, our late grandparents. They're the ones that encourage us to take care of our land, so we can eat seal meat anytime we feel like it.
Through 2023 and 2024, QIA visited each community in the region to get input on the agreement. The association says over the next 10 years, Sina will expand Inuit conservation leadership through Nautiksutit programs in Qikiqtani communities and develop Inuit-led governance and stewardship of up to 12% of Canada's oceans, all contributing to Canada's goals of protecting 30% of its land and oceans by 2030. Natalie Provost is Canada's Secretary of State for Nature.
Keeping alive the traditions and knowledge and wisdom of the Inuit population of the Nunavut, and also being able to strive and to create economic prosperity through conservation and sustainability on the land.
The QIA says Sina's implementation would also mean new community infrastructure, with conservation centers, training, and equipment, and set an example of how public, private, and Indigenous partnerships can create lasting solutions. TJ Deer, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Well, there was some extra excitement at a grocery store in Whitehorse yesterday. That's because a raven made its way into the independent grocer. That was the easy part. Getting out, not so much. Mark Wyke owns the store. He spoke with the CBC's George Moratis.
Well, interestingly enough, we have all kinds of things that walk through the front door. This one flew in. We had a problem with some little birds there a couple of years ago, George, and this year or yesterday was a raven. You know, nothing really throws us off. We can expect anything here, but that was a an unusual one, and of course that bird has quite a presence. So, and it did lapse for quite a while until it finally settled down. But everybody that was in the store knew it was in here. So I've never seen one that close up, besides hopping around on the ground. But flying right over your head with no clearance. We have low ceilings here. That bird was not. It was, you know, it was 8 feet off the ground. It was massive. It ended up being COs that came down here to try and capture it.
And were they successful?
They were successful. It did take quite a bit of time, though. They were tromping around here with huge fishing nets. Looked like they were on the shores of, you know, the Chilkat River trying to get some salmon. You know, they were big, big nets, and they were actually fishing nets. They weren't bird nets.
Well, Wyke says after 45 minutes or so, the bird was removed safely, and no one, including the bird, was worse for wear. Well, that is it for Northbeat tonight. For news anytime, you can head to our website, cbc.ca/north. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alyssa Mosier. Have a good night and a great weekend.